Bermuda Triangle. Draw a line from Florida to the Bermuda, another from the Bermuda to Puerto Rico, and then back to Florida through the Bahamas. With this area known as the Bermuda Triangle, most of the total vanishments have occurred. Vincent Gaddis. In 1964, Gaddis wrote an article called The Deadly Bermuda Triangle in magazine The Argosy. This was the start of the name Bermuda Triangle. Many before him called the Devil's Triangle, Voodoo Sea, and the Limbo of the Lost Souls. These phenomena date back to 1492. The explorer Christopher Columbus and his crew sailed through the waters looking for the New World. Christopher Columbus documented everything that he came across. In his logbook, you can see that there are records of his compass giving an inaccurate reading. He came across strange lights in the sky, fire falling from the sky, and the sea became eerily calm and rose to an extreme height without wind. Many of us all heard stories with our own superstitions and conspiracy theories. We have all wondered at a time or two if it's real and why do we have things like this random occurrences happen on the earth. In my research, I have found that there have been over 2,000 unexplained disappearances in the Bermuda Triangle that we have known of since 1812, along with unexplained phenomena dating back to 1492. We will go over all of these today. The many supernatural ideas people that have explained are disappearances, and some of the reasons why there have been several disappearances are human error. But last but not least, scientific facts that have been behind a lot of these accidents. Many people believe the causes of the disappearances in this section of the Atlantic Ocean is due to supernatural reasoning. Some believe that the lost city of Atlantis lies in the Atlantic under the Bermuda Triangle. They think that the reason for all engines, planes, and ship instruments failing is from the interference of the crystals left behind from the lost world of Atlantis. With all the human disappearances, many people seem to think that they have crossed paths with aliens, or people have been abducted by aliens. There have been several cases that they have found ships still intact, untouched, and no one aboard the ships. In 1881, the ship called Elaine Austin came across an unnamed ship with no one on board. The captain of the Elaine Austin let some of his crew and men sail it to port, but before he could make it back, they got separated in the storm, and the unarmed ship and crew were never seen again. Many think that there have been multiple other entrances to the different dimensions through entering the black hole in the Bermuda Triangle. During storms, they claim that they've seen black holes. That's the explanation for a lot of ships and wreckages and planes disappearing over time. Now, there are plenty of reasonings for why there are unusual stuff going on. The Atlantic Ocean, where the Bermuda Triangle is located, is over 500,000 square miles. Here are some interesting facts about mysterious things in the Bermuda Triangle you may not know. The Bermuda Triangle has some of the deepest water trenches in the world. 3.5 miles is the shortest one, and the deepest one is the Puerto Rico Trench, which runs 5.2 miles below sea level. The Gulf Stream, which flows along the western edge of the triangle, is 45 miles wide. It's a 45-mile-wide river. And within the ocean, that carries warm water into the Atlantic Ocean at vast speeds. Airplanes that would get caught in it, and this could be carried away miles off course from where they crashed. Underground earthquakes are the cause of random high waves and the release of methane gas, which would cause the water buoyancy to change, and anything floating in the area would sink within minutes. Now, with that being said, if you are unfamiliar with what you're getting into when entering the Bermuda Triangle, this could cause problems. The United States did not acknowledge the Bermuda Triangle's existence, but they do acknowledge human error. Those who venture in if they do not know the magnetic fields, they would be confused as to how to use their compass. Compasses in the Bermuda Triangle point to magnetic north rather than true north. In Flight 19, 5 planes went on a test run with all seasoned pilots. On their way back from the run, they seemed to become lost and confused and frantic. They were never heard from again. They sent out two Martin Marine planes with 13-member crews on them. One never returned. Spatial disorientation can happen to pilots that they may not know which way is up or down. This can be caused during the storms and when the water seems to wander underneath the sky. Electric generated from the planes, from electrical storms, could kill motors and ships on planes. Water falling from the sky, which is really called water spouts. They can appear out of nowhere and can flood ships and take down planes. The waterfalls are water spouts, and it's a scientific theory that they happen everywhere, including on land. Now that we understand, it's not easy navigating the Bermuda Triangle without our effects. As I am sure you may recall, we have gone over supernatural ideas, realistic reasoning, and human error that have all come from the Bermuda Triangle. Many of the disappearances can be summed up logically, and some of the wreckages from the planes and the ships have turned up since then, and some have not. But the one thing that we have never proven is what happened to the people who